What's going on guys, Cosmic Collector here, and in today's video we'll be unboxing the FiguartsZERO Tanjiro Kamado statue. This is the Tanjiro with Kyojuro Rengoku's sword guard version. This is the second version of this statue. The original was in the same pose, but it had a different head sculpt and sword guard. The flames also had a different paint application, but I think this one looks superior in all those aspects, and we'll dive more into that during the review. I also have the FiguartsZERO Rengoku and Zenitsu, and you can find those reviews here on the channel. Now I just need to find the FiguartsZERO Inosuke. They've made a few different statues for each character, but Inosuke only has one, so maybe he's due for a new release. Popping up on the screen now are some of the figures I have in hand and will be reviewing here on the channel. So if there's a certain review that you'd like to see first, just let me know down in the comments and I'll make that video next. And if you're not already, go and subscribe so you don't miss on any of those videos. I also have the Luminosita Shinobu on pre-order, so stay tuned for that review when it releases. Here's a quick look at the bottom of the box, and we get a nice shot of the statue. And here's a look at the top. Now let's go and jump into the unboxing. Alright, now that we have that unboxed, everything does come fully assembled. We just have to attach his sword into his hand. There were some instructions on the inner flap of the box, so what you want to do is slide the blade in between the loops of the flames first, and then insert the handle into his hand. And you'll want the blade of the sword to be facing the same direction as his fingers. Alright, now that we have everything fully assembled, let's go ahead and take a closer look. Overall, this is another incredible FiguartsZERO statue, and it might be my new favorite from this line. The flame effect is a lot brighter than Rengoku's and even Sabo's, and the flames feel much more alive. I love Tanjiro's pose as he has just completed his swing, and it was the facial expression that actually sold me on the statue. Starting off with the base, it's made up of flames that carry throughout the statue. The base isn't as dense as some of the other statues in this line, and it helps make the composition look more dynamic. We have one large streak of flames that's across the front of the statue that follows the movements of the sword. And I love the large streak that flies up on the side. The second streak of flame flows around the tail end of the statue and engulfs Tanjiro and the blade of his sword. The flames are much more streaky than past iterations, and I love the way it swirls around the blade, really enhancing the dynamism. The flames truly have a life of their own, and the various tails throughout showcase the fierce nature of the attack. The effect itself is made up of a translucent red plastic that varies in opacity, and then there's brushes of yellow and orange throughout, giving it a realistic flame look. The brighter colors really highlight the sculpt and make the flames stand out. They nailed the sculpt and design of Tanjiro's Slayer uniform and Hawari, or coat. They did a great job sculpting the large baggy design of his pants. And we can see they're tucked into his leg guards or wraps. Tanjiro's sandals also came out great, and they even included the notch that pokes through the bottom, really showcasing their attention to detail. Tanjiro's shirt is really well done, and even though it's mostly covered by his coat, we can see the kanji on the back that translates to destroy or exterminate that we see on all Slayer uniforms. I love the pop of white we get from Tanjiro's belt, and we can see the buckle and loop is really well sculpted, with his scabbard looped into the side. I love the checkered pattern of his kimono jacket, and we can see the loose sleeves and back flowing backwards, and I love the movement there. His katana is perfectly sculpted, and we can see the details in the handle, and Rengoku's crossguard looks incredible. Rengoku is easily my favorite Hashira, and I love that Tanjiro was given his crossguard. The blade of the katana is also really well done, and we can see the unique pattern there. They even included the kanji for destroy on the bottom of the blade, not skipping a single detail. Lastly, they perfectly captured Tanjiro's face and head sculpt. His hair is really well done, and we can see the volume and layers throughout. I absolutely love his facial expression and how wide his eyes are. The expression is almost emotionless, as if his body is moving on pure instinct alone. Aside from his expression, my favorite part of the statue has to be the flames coming out of his mouth. It looks extremely cool, and I love that they were able to actually capture this breathing technique in a statue. And this design really takes the statue to an 11 out of 10. Overall, this is an incredible Tanjiro statue, and it honestly might be my new favorite in the FiguartsZERO line. Alright, and now for the size of the statue. The highest point is going to be the flame effect piece, and that stands just under 8 inches, or about 20 centimeters. For size comparison, here it is next to a Funko Pop, and here it is next to a Funko Out of Box. Here it is next to FiguartsZERO Rengoku, as well as the FiguartsZERO Zenitsu, here we have it next to the Masterlized Yuta, and here it is next to the FiguartsZERO Sabo, and lastly, here it is next to the Masterlized Zoro. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, and let me know down in the comments what FiguartsZERO statue you'd like to see me review next. And since you're still here, go and check out one of the 2 videos popping up on the screen now. The one on the left is a video that YouTube's recommending just for you, and the one on the right is a video that I recommended. And until next time, God bless.